Hello, this is the PlugSeeker. Now, this video today will be in two parts. The first part is how to open and start your Nissan Leaf if your key fob battery is dead. The second part will be showing you how to change the battery on your Nissan Leaf key fob. If you want to jump to this part, it starts at 8:25 on the video.
Good afternoon, this is the PlugSeeker. Welcome to another episode. Right now, today's episode is going to be targeted at Nissan Leaf drivers, and I myself am a Nissan Leaf driver. I drive a Nissan Leaf Ascenta, a 30 kilowatt model, and my wife drives a Nissan Leaf Tecna Mark 1 in a 24 kilowatt model. And today's episode is going to be all about what you do when your key fob runs out of power. That is, what do you do if the battery fails on your key fob? Now, you should get some warning before your key fob runs out of power. You'll notice the appearance in a few days or weeks before of this error message on the dashboard that tells you the battery in your key fob is running low and it's time to replace it. And I will show you how to replace it later on in this video. However, what do you do if your key fob runs out of power completely? Now, if you're in your car already, you'll find that when you try to start your car, it'll say no key detected, and you'll see a symbol a bit like this. However, if you're already outside of your car and you're locked out, what are you going to do? How are you going to get in your car? How are you going to get home? Well, today I'm going to show you how you can get around that circumstance if it happens. Now, the way I'm going to show this is during this video, I'm going to use two key fobs. I'm going to use this key fob, which is my day-to-day key fob, which I use, and this key fob, which has a very nice key ring from Eco Cars on it. Now, this key fob here, I've removed the battery from, therefore this will be acting as the key fob that has run out of battery juice. And this key fob has got a normal battery in it. Okay, so let's set the scenario. You set off in your Nissan Leaf. You've been ignoring for weeks the little symbol saying, oh, my key fob is running low on power. Ha, you've not bothered to worry about that. And you've gone out for a long drive, parked your car and turned the alarm on. And that's the point at which the key fob finally gives up the ghost. And you come back to your car and you click the button and nothing happens. What are you going to do? Are you locked out of your car? Are you going to have to be flatbedded home because you didn't replace your key? Well, fortunately, no, there is a workaround which I'm going to demonstrate to you today. So I am going to set the scene now. I returned to my car and I've got a dead key fob and I've locked my car and I don't know how to get in. Now, the way this is done is you first have to extract the key. Now, believe it or not, you may have not realized, but inside this key fob, if you turn it over, there is a traditional key. And there's a little button just here, which you have to slide up and then you can pull the key out. And I shall demonstrate. Ta-da! There you go. We have an old-fashioned key inside the key fob. So this is the key that's going to get us back into the car. Now, before I demonstrate it, I will point out that when you do put the key in the car and open the door, you are going to set off the car alarm. Don't worry about that. But what you'll do afterwards, when you get in, is you take the other half of the key fob and you push this little Nissan symbol against the startup button. So I shall show you before I do it. So what we're going to do when we get in with the alarm going is I'm going to take the key fob like this and I'm going to press it against the start button, and that should disable the alarm. Let's give this a go now. So what I will do is I shall put the key in the door, the alarm will go off. I'll then press the Nissan symbol against the start button to stop the alarm, and then I'll show you how to start the car normally. So let's have a go. So imagine coming up to your car now and trying to use the dead key fob. Click, 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 click. Nothing happens. Am I going to be stranded here in the middle of nowhere? Well, not if you've watched this video, you won't. So, as I said, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the key out of the key fob. So, as I said before, to take the key out of the key fob, you must push this little lever up and then pull this bit out. So having removed the key, I now have the key from the dead key fob in this hand, and in my other hand here I have the rest of the dead key fob. And as I said, remember, as I get in, I'm going to have to quickly touch the Nissan symbol against the start button to turn off the car alarm. So here we go, let's see if this works. So coming up to the door, as I said before, it is locked and the alarm is turned on. So I take the key now, and there is a key on the driver's side door. So I put the key in as so, and I turn it to the side. And now I'm going to open the door and be ready with the rest of the key fob to press on the start button to turn the alarm off. So quickly I'm going to get the car and I put it on here and press. And as you can see, the alarm is now turned off. So having got back inside our Nissan Leaf, we now need to be able to start it so we can drive home. Now you can see that as I come back into the car, the error message has come back on the screen which says key is not detected. So how are we going to start the car? Well, it's actually pretty straightforward, using exactly the same technique as we did to turn off the alarm. So you press down on the brake pedal as you would normally, and you again take the dead key fob and you press the Nissan symbol onto the start button and press start, and it should start as normal. So let's try that out. And you'll see that as the Nissan symbol on the dead fob comes in contact with the start button will light up. Like that. You then press the fob against the start button whilst holding the brake down. And as you can see, all the normal lights come on and we are ready to go. So that demonstrates how to start your Nissan Leaf with a completely dead key fob. And incidentally, you can also lock your Nissan Leaf again using the mechanical key inside the key fob by again closing the door and turning it in the mechanical lock on the driver's side door. However, although it is possible to start your car with a dead fob, ideally that's not the best way around. It is a bit of a palaver, and obviously you do look like a bit of a numpty when your car alarm is blaring out. So the best thing really is when you see this warning light coming up, as I said before, a few days or weeks beforehand, it is telling you to get a new battery in your key fob. So what I'm going to do in the rest of this video is demonstrate to you how you change the battery on the Nissan Leaf key fob. So I think we'll go inside to do that. Catch you in a minute. So here we have the Nissan key fob. And this is how we change the battery. And if you turn it over, you'll see there is a little button just here, which you lift up and it pulls out the key as we did before. So lift it up and pull, and out comes the key. And I shall move that away because you don't need that at the moment. And then you're left with the rest of the key fob. Now, if you look down the side here, you'll see there is a thin groove which goes all the way around. And you need to get something in between those two bits of the groove in order to open the key fob. So you'll need something narrow to get in between this groove here, such as a penknife or a screwdriver or something like that. I would caution anyone here to be careful using sharp objects, obviously, and not to injure yourself. Easily done. In this instance today, I'm going to use a screwdriver like this. So I'm going to put this screwdriver down in between this narrow bit here to try and open it up. So I warn you, it can be a little bit fiddly, and as you can see there, it's opened up slightly, and you need to then just inch round, opening it up like this, all the way around, like that, like that, like that, until you've got it open like this. Now, I would warn you, if it's the first time you do it,
you might find it just a little bit difficult opening that bit. And as you can see now, it is opened up all the way around. So now you can open the rest of the key fob and you don't need the screwdriver. So I'll now show you what the pieces inside look like. Firstly, if you take this bit off, you can see you've got a small sensor pad there, which just rests inside like that. You don't really need to take that bit off. I'm going to put that bit aside now. And then you've got the main insides of the key fob. And there is a little circuit board which you can lift very carefully. And as you can see, underneath is where the contact is for the battery. So I'm going to just put this bit aside as well for now. And as you can see here, all you have left now is the battery at the bottom, which can easily be popped out using the screwdriver. So you can probably even get your fingers underneath that. And there you have it, that's the battery taken out. Now I shall put some information here on some of the various battery types which are compatible with the Nissan Leaf fob. As you can see, this particular one is a Panasonic CR2032. And you can buy these online at Amazon and many other stores, as well as going to the shops. Okay, so let's say now I have bought my new battery and I want to put everything back together again. So I take my battery and I flip it over so that the positive side with the picture is on the bottom, and clip it back into place. So when it's in the right way, you'll see that the blank side with the black rim is facing up. Okay, then we simply put the circuit board back on top, nice like that. And then when you're putting the top back on, you need to line up those 3 holes with the 3 buttons nice and neatly. And it should just neatly go back on top like that. And then finally push down and clip together like that. And now, as you can see, if you look all the way around, it is now clipped back in place, and the gap around the side is narrower as it was to start with. Make sure you have clipped it neatly back in place. All that's left finally is to take the key and put it back inside the key fob. So you take the key like this and just slide it back in there and it will click. And there you have it, job done. Key fob has now got a new battery in it and is ready to go.
So hopefully that video will help Nissan Leaf drivers when they need to change the battery in their key fob. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to share it on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you use. It really does help out my channel a lot, and I really do appreciate it. I hope you found this episode useful. Please don't forget to check out my channel and look at my past episodes on various topics about electric cars and electric car charging. Please also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please also click on the notification bell to get new episodes as soon as I upload them. Anyway, that's it from me today. This is the PlugSeeker signing out. Happy charging, everyone.